with the North American Simulation Racing Association, featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard Towing and Recovering Xfinity, Concerns of Police Survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the national network.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
The Mania Club Champions of Hope Foundation thrives on the strength of its global community of over 80,000 passionate fans united by a shared love of professional wrestling and a commitment to making a difference. While the foundation was founded to advocate for pediatric cancer awareness and mental health support, it has grown to champion and support multiple initiatives aimed at creating meaningful change in communities worldwide. Through dynamic fundraising events, awareness campaigns, and initiatives that foster connection, the Foundation supports causes that uplift individuals and families in need. From empowering children and families facing significant challenges to creating opportunities for hope, healing, and progress. The Mania Club Champions of Hope Foundation is dedicated to being a force for good. This connected and compassionate community continues to inspire action and drive impact, ensuring that hope and support remain at the forefront of all its efforts. Donate today and join the cause at mcchamps.org.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I guess you could say, a taping of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series, the ServPro 200, here at Martinsville Speedway, the good old-fashioned paperclip short track racing at its finest. You're going to see it all live or re-recorded live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Good evening, folks. I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Australian Deed Hopton Biggles producing, and Wesley Outland will be joining me in the booth here tonight. And folks, if you haven't yet, little like button down there, like, subscribe to the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. And Wesley, I have absolutely no damn idea who's going to win this race. I have no idea what's going to happen. I heard it was going to be literally a highlight reel of the green flag laps, but I ain't got an idea of how this is going to turn out.
So this is what I was told. I was told that there's going to be a lot of green caution. Hey, it's Martinsville. I did a race last night that had 23 cautions, okay? So go figure. But, obviously you got to wonder what this type of track provides, and obviously Martinsville provides that. So I say we get buckled in, strapped in, and honest, Jacob, a lot of people might not know, as far as publicly in-house they do, but, this is kind of like my last foray with you working the C.O.P.S Truck Series until maybe the winter months, because obviously I have a very crazy broadcast schedule up ahead with the summer and racing and football in the fall and everything else that I do. So, it won't slow down until probably November, December for me, but what a better fitting racetrack than to close out Friday night's C.O.P.S Truck Series on a makeup Monday night with you here.
Yeah, and good luck with all that you got going on with that in the later months. And I'm telling you, there you see it, Martinsville, Talladega, Bristol, Rockingham, Watkins Glen, Texas, the rest of the schedule that we got at least for 5 to 10. Daytona, Keith Haney won. Dustin Scruggs won at Atlanta. And then Vegas was won by MDW in that crazy last lap melee. And then Jordan Jurassic, last season's champion, won at Homestead. Cycles it right here to Martinsville, which was originally was run on March 28th. But here we are on March 31st, one day right before April Fool's Day. This is not a joke. This is a re-airing. Just make sure that y'all understand that. This is a taping. Obviously, broadcasted live.
Anything, and like you said, my friend, we don't know anything about the outcome of the race. We don't know what happened. We don't know who won. We don't, we do know that there was green caution, and obviously you expect that at a short track anyway. But as far as knowing the details of this race, we do not know anything. What we do know, though, is for the last 4 races this year, Jacob, we've seen 4 different winners in 4 races, and that is also the defending champion, Jordan Jurassic. Jurassic just joined the win column after winning Homestead a couple of weeks ago, too.
Absolutely. And one thing about this one, folks, a lot of cautions, a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of beef. From what I understand, we'll get your grid lined up for you. And this is how they started off Friday night. Holden McGill started on the pole. Tristan Bruce will start to his outside. Both of them got a little bit of beef right there. We'll see how this plays out. MDW won at Vegas. He'll start in the 3rd spot with the Bulldog Adam Newton starting in 4th. Matt Lee's going to start 5th with Jeff Merck, a past champion here for the Friday night series. We'll start in P6. Blake Lothian, good to see old Blake Lothian back out there running a little bit in the ARCA West series. He's starting in P7 with Nick Sacco starting in P8. Thomas Cohick started in P9, and Joshua Rodriguez rounds out the top 10. James Beard, Matt Cherry, the top 12.
You move on to row number 7, and you're going to find Ryan Johnson, Taz, and Isaac Bevan. Tyler Daniels, Dylan Cardenas in row number 8. Row 9, Robert Richards from North Carolina. Cody Don from California. Row number 10, top 20, Jose Luis Rivera and Keith Haney. Devin Painter, Adam Newbert, a DSR Truck Series champion when the series first started. He'll start 22nd. And row number 12 will find Buzzy Mongold and Luke Smith. They call him Kermit in the 83.
On Kermit back there. There's the boss man, Freddie LaBeouf, starting at P25 with Brandon Broadfoot to his outside. Matthew Montgomery, Chris Blanchard, 27-28. Mark Morton and Kevin Edwards, a new name here for the Friday night series, starting back in P30. Holladaddy Brian Hughes going to start 31st with Matthew Cummins starting at 32nd. Shane Trotter is going to start 33rd with Brandon New in 34th. Ed Osborne 35th. Stephen Thomas, the 36th driver.
And the rest of the field will find Jordan Jurassic, obviously, winner at Homestead a few weeks ago. Dustin Scruggs will start in the 38th spot. Lucas Lyons, Kyle Hess on row number 20. Huck Wigginton, Raul Meza, Casey Minke, and Eric Zimmerman, 44 trucks. Now, that might be the reason why it was a wreck fest there, if you ask me, Jacob, because you got 44 trucks on the racetrack. Oh, we look forward to seeing what happens here, though. Let's get the field rolling, and let's see what happens here at Martinsville Speedway as we are awaiting the parade laps to get you ready to go here for this event.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling this is going to end up being like that Wreckfest game probably before this thing's all said and done. Stage 1 will end in lap 50, stage 2 at 100, and all the way to 200 laps. Unlimited green, white, checkered attempts, so there ain't no telling how long we'll be sitting in these chairs here at the end of the night. 3 sets of tires, 50% fuel capacity, and in the noon time, right at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time-wise. Folks, I talked about it as well. This place is very, very historic for a lot of short tracks, a lot of late models, open-wheel modifieds, all of them run here. And also, as far as NASCAR goes, going after old granddaddy clock, or the grandfather clock, if you want to go old school with it. But Wesley, what's going to be the keys to this race? I know tempers is got to be one of them.
I mean, I do feel that obviously we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Patience. Don't lose your head, if you will. That famous song, don't lose your head. But I'll tell you what, man. I think you got a short track, and it's a short track racetrack. It's a paper clip. It's fun. It's not banked very much. You got those 2 straightaways like drag strips, quarter miles long. It's going to be fun to see what goes on here. We're about ready to find out as it's ready to go here for Martinsville. Top trucks. Pace trucks coming in. Looks like we're going to get the 1 to go indication. So all that hype for Jacob for nothing. Oh yeah. That's the one thing I do love about the cautions. We can show you the accident, Jacob, and then we can go into fast forward. Fast forward like Jason Aldean, right?
Actually, that was Kenny Chesney. Oh, got him. I got him.
He did.
Yes,
you know what?
It
is Kenny Chesney. You're exactly right. Yes. People don't realize how PO'd I was before I came on the air, and I'm still recovering from it. So.
Yeah, we got beef already with the internet. We got beef with all kinds of stuff. Well, folks, took us a couple of days to get it lined up. And here we go. ServPro 200 for you, the Nazareth family. Green flag is in the air. Holden McGill dives down into turn number 1. Newton trying to jump up on the outside, trying to get something going. So far, they look clean as of right now, Wesley. Look, watch them fan out. Guys dive bombing all over the place.
A little short track racing on a Monday night as they work their way down to the start finish line. 1 lap on the board. 1:99 to go. It is McGill in the lead, and we got trouble already. Somebody goes spinning the 1 truck up against the outside wall. It was the 00. I looked and got a piece of it, and the next thing you know, we had multiple trucks spinning. The 00, the 1, the 48 of Richards, the 22 of Broadfoot. Take your pick. They're all involved in a big kerfuffle coming off of turn 4 on lap number 1, entering 1.
And there you see right there, obviously got to rewind it all the way back is watch them dive into 1 right there. Meza, whoa, way down there, jumped the curb. Wesley, you were calling the 1 of Joshua Rodriguez. Maybe Rodriguez had a little bit to do with that. Obviously, the 00, Huck Wigginton might have got involved in that one as well. There's the 25, James Beard. See what happens. Whoa, Kohik just straight up gets nailed. There's Rodriguez. He goes around as well, and everybody's got to survive. Try to figure out a way. There goes Matt Cherry trying to get by as well.
Yeah, multiple trucks got turned, man. All I saw was 1 truck go around, and the next thing you know, you see smoke, and you see now the 04, the 27, all of these guys now trying to get back going again in the right direction. You see them get spun as well. If you want to call that a secondary accident, you can, but so many good number of trucks caught up in this incident here as Thomas Kohik caught up in it. Rodriguez, Lothian, I think, got a piece of it. The McGill machine. Don't count out the look at them. They're still going in reverse as this wreck was clearing up. I mean, it's like Mark Morton in the 12 from your neck of the woods. Track is blocked. Adam Newbert's pulling away in the Bruce number 4 machine right there. I mean, almost half the pack just got took out in an accident in turn number 1 here on the completion of lap 1.
Oh, baby. Honestly, but in my opinion, Wesley, what would make it more entertaining, and I know I'm going to probably upset some of the officials on this one, some of the Nazareth officials, I would just like for them to just go ahead and just run it and don't even throw the caution when they wreck. Just let everybody just try to get there. Now throw the cautions right there in the stages, but just let them run it at this point. I mean, you're going to end up surviving. We're going to end up having a wreck anyway. I'd say just go ahead and just let them run it and don't even throw the damn caution. At least that would be my pick. But a lot of them get, let them have fun. I mean, that would be something pretty cool. I mean, it would be like calling a demolition derby is exactly what it would be like, to be honest with you. There you see Holden McGill, Adam Newton. There we go. There's the restart.
We can live and fast forward like Kenny Chesney. I love it. Remember the movie Click? You remember the movie Click with Adam Sandler and Christopher Walken? Do you remember that movie, Jacob?
Yes.
Where he skips everything. Shouldn't skip some things, but he skipped a lot, right?
We was on autopilot or auto fast forward. I think that might have been what it was. So
yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dean's got that auto fast forward. He may be shooting up through there. How about old MDW, Matthew David Wood, trying to shoot up through there, little door banging.
Wow.
Newton right there in the middle of it. Lee shoots down to the inside. Wow, Wood got loose. Newton come down, got into him. Lee had to back away. Here comes Blake Lothian down to the inside.
Right there for just a moment. He thought about making that move in the corner. That's Blake Lothian. By the way, a racer now, not only on the Cars Tour in the West Series, but also the ARCA Menards Series West Division, making races, competing, and right now, the late model standout, sitting in the top 5 from Wellesley, Massachusetts, working around lead, trying to go after Sacco as they work off 4.
Yeah, and right now, actually, a little bit of a clean green run. As I say that, somebody just pounded the damn wall back there coming off 4. Everybody trying to stack up, trying to miss them. But so far, no caution. Nobody spun around as of yet. McGill still has the lead. Adam Newton still second. Wood lead. Lothian in the top 5. Nick Sacco up here at 6. We got a little bit of a stack up back there. 88. Lucas Lyons back there with the 42. Getting involved as well. Jordan Jurassic, last week's winner, involved as well. And we got another caution. Wow.
And it looks like Jordan Jurassic's already got a piece of it as he's already spun in the wrong direction. Look at these other guys. Another caution. Here you go.
Oh, and he had help.
Oh,
Martin
man.
gets into the back of him, tags Jurassic, sends him up the hill. And Jurassic was straight up hurt. All get out.
Is that his driver's license on the Jeff Mark into Jurassic? Yeah.
McLovin.
He's got a driver's license on the hood of the.
He got McLovin on the hood, baby.
My goodness. It's crazy that Dean Hopton knows what the hell's on the hood of the truck. Jacob, that scares me. It just scares
Oh, my God.
I love it.
27, Luke Smith involved. There's Beard. There is also Cohick right there. McGill still leads. And, wow. Hate to see that for the 88 out there. Lucas Lyons got involved in it as well, trying to duck dodge around it. And I mean, just nowhere for him to go right there, honestly, Wesley. I mean, absolutely nowhere for him to go. Jurassic bounces off the wall. He was already screwed up as it was. Just came down, clipped him in the right rear, set him around. There you see the 86 right there, Kyle Hess right there as well. There's Holden McGill. And don't know if we're actually going to go ahead and speed it up one more time or if we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to speed it up. Let's speed it up. Speed it up. One lap skipped. Going to the next lap skipped. What are we going? Oh, no. Nope, we're going to double up. We're going to double up. Dean, you can chime in if you want to, baby. You can chime in if you want to. You just
talking to all of us in foreign tongue, you know. Yeah, I love it.
He's hitting the fast forward button, son. He's rolling with that damn
He wants to get out of here, too. Everybody, this is a pre-recorded broadcast. This is tape delayed, so this is live on the air. We're live talking to you, but this is delayed from Friday night. Pace truck is in, Jacob. We're going green.
Here we go. McGill's going to fire off. Everybody else behind him. Holding McGill. Got the forward. He's trying to keep it there. Behind him, Lee trying to fight off. Here's Wood trying to go after Adam Newton. They door banged a couple of laps ago. Wood's going to get clear. Here comes Lee down to the inside.
Thought about making a move there to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes now Matt Lee, the main driver, door to door now with a 19. Here comes contact, and we're wrecking again. Mr. Restrictor Plate, Brian Chu, turned in the wrong direction. Caution out for the third time, and the yellow flags presented by ServPro.
And I got a bad feeling he's going to be hollering at somebody because somebody might have got into him. Let's see what happened. Chu tried to jump down, put the block. Nope, he just looped it himself. He just literally went all the way around, got tagged by somebody. Rodriguez goes around once again. There you see Jurassic back there being able to try to slide by. And Rodriguez, for the second time by my count, Wesley, is involved in another accident. Riding on board with Joshua Rodriguez. There you see Chu up the hill. He might have got tagged and got sent around right there by the 26, Cody Nunn. If I'm not mistaken, they're teammates, and they just got dumped by his damn teammate.
Wow.
Lord. Well, no, Rodriguez came down. He spun himself out, I guess so. I guess that's on Rodriguez, I guess so. Busted on him for that. Holden McGill still has the lead, folks. While we got that opportunity, which we're probably going to have a couple of opportunities according to what we heard. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here with the recorded version of the ServPro 200 at Martinsville. Don't go anywhere. Folks, we're back here at Martinsville. Holden McGill still got the lead, skipping through. Damn, dude, you went too far. Back up. Back up. We had to stack up. Somebody messed up big time. Who was it? Let's see what happens right here. A little bit of a spinning of the tires. MDW spun him. Newton spun him. Lee spun him.
Oh, my goodness.
McGill didn't, and then there you go. Very, very, I guess you could say similar to something like we saw in the Xfinity Series race this past weekend at Martinsville. Very, very similar to that. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Spot him.
Oh, my goodness.
That is unfortunate to say the least.
It certainly is, man. Wow. Look at it again on the restart. I mean, this guys, they can't even get going, and we got cautions coming out here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, we can't even get it going, can't even get it clean and green, at least for a couple of laps. And then, I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, you know, it was popping off at the back, Wesley. Now it's actually popping off at the front.
Yeah.
Where's it going to happen next? In the middle of the field? I mean, where's it going to be at next? There you see Nick Sacco. Sacco looked like he got a little bit of right front damage. Might have been from that whole Adam Newton, Matt Lee kind of deal. So maybe that's what happened to old Sacco right there with that damage.
Mr. Sacco. It's Mr. Sacco. remember man?
He's going.
Remember man died. Hey, look, Nick Sacco was one of the original drivers of NASRA, believe it or not, back in the day, man. Yeah, that's how long I've known Nick Sacco.
That's what I've heard, man. I mean, I've heard old Nick Sacco has really been really good here with NASRA and coming back. And, you know, he had a good shot, you know, back at Las Vegas. He had a real good shot at Vegas, was right there in contention for the win. And, you know, that was the whole deal where he took a dive bomb. I believe it was on Jurassic, I think it was, but he was leading.
Right. That's right.
You know, jumped down to the inside. Jurassic came down, chopped his nose. Sacco didn't lift. And basically put Mr. Sacco straight into the back door of Jordan Jurassic. Y'all take that for however y'all want. I didn't want to put that in any weird way. But anyway, you know, I mean, that's exactly what happens. End up spinning him around. It took you a minute, Wesley. But anyway, I mean, that was a bad deal on that, but it worked out for FDW to be able to shoot through there and get that win as well. So, I'm full of weird puns here tonight. I really am.
The way you saved yourself is just perfect, man. That's diabolical. It's just perfect. That's theater. As Dean Hopkins says, it's theater.
I got to figure out how to save myself somehow, because if I don't save myself, nobody else will. That's the only way that I can basically put it.
Let's go back to green, shall we? Oh,
there
boy.
you go. Hit the little fast forward button. Now Wood's going to be up on the top side. Lee was up there with Adam Newton right there on that second row. Now Lothian's going to occupy that third spot. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson jumps up here. He's going to occupy the fourth spot. Green flag in the air once again. Everybody clean for now. Let's see what happens now. McGill dives down to the inside. Wood up top. Here comes Blake Lothian. Going to take a shot and try to go for second going into 3.
Back at her way, green flag in the air. Let's watch them now. They work their way on the racetrack, and we got problems. Buzzy Mongold's truck up against the outside safer barrier, and they're crashing again. Suss gets collected. Rodriguez involved, and the caution flies as soon as we go back to a restart.
Oh, baby, here we go again.
Wow.
Buzzy Mongo, 97. See what happens. The Buzzy just gets on the throttle a little too much, comes up, hits the wall. Everybody else tries to dodge him. There goes Newbert. Newbert ends up tagging somebody, sends them around, and everybody trying to get around Buzzy. And, you know, I got to give Buzzy a little bit of credit right here, though, Wesley. Everybody else is coming by him. Your first reaction, you know, as an iRacer or anything like that, is when you get up under the wall, your first reaction is to pull left and try to get off the wall. He didn't do that time. Actually, he was one of very few to hit the wall and say, you know what, I got everybody behind me. I'm going to stay up here and just stay right up against the wall. So he done what he needed to do and give everybody, I mean, they tried to get around him. The only problem was, I mean, there you see Rodriguez, just last minute deal. And for the third time, I'm going to get a pen and piece of paper out and see how many times Rodriguez gets caught up in an accident here tonight. But for the third time, Rodriguez.
And can we say for the third time, Joshua Rodriguez caught up in an accident, but it's not his fault. But look at this, man. They were already, I mean, just, it's amazing this one truck is causing all this chaos. Buzzy Mongold from Concord, North Carolina, started this race 23rd. He's all the way back in 34th. And again, you know, Dean's got to, you know, he did chime in, Jacob, and it's the truth. Good boy. I mean, he really knew he was in trouble, drove the truck up against the outside safer barrier, and then had everybody else's kind of free-for-all slam into him, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what happened right there. So, you know, I mean, good on him. And like I said, Wesley, not a lot of people, when they get up into the fence, will just keep it up there. Most of the time, they're like, well, screw everybody else. I'm just going to hook a hard left, and I just come right down the racetrack, but then you end up cleaning out the rest of the field. So good on Buzzy Mongo for not jumping down there, as we're seeing. Ain't got a clue how many cautions. I would say that there's at least 3 cautions, at least by my count. So we'll see how that works out. As Holden McGill, FDW up here on the front row once again. Lothian, Johnson, Cherry, top 5. Nothing's changed yet. Dylan Cardenas right there sitting in the 6th spot. Devin Painter, the silent assassin, back there with Brady LaBeouf, Jeff Mark, and Osborne as they go back for a restart. How long will they stay green? McGill down to the inside. Wood gonna fight for it up top. Lothian going after Johnson off turn 2.
Yeah, we just wrapped up, by the way, our 4th ServPro caution. Let's see if we get some racing under our belt now. It's MDW, Wood up on the high side is Holden McGill. The virtual South Carolina eSportsman works now to the lead again. The Rock Hill bad boy up now to the number 1 spot. Lothian now to 2nd, Wood 3rd. They're side by side and they work into 3.
Yeah, Lothian down on the inside. Wood actually put himself in this position. He overdrove the corner about a lap or 2 ago. Shot up the hill, opened the door for Blake Lothian. Now, Lothian lifts off the gas. He'll let Wood down. Right behind him, Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. He's got to worry about old Matt Cherry. Cardenas got bypassed by Cherry. Cherry down to the inside. Cardenas drives in. keeps it up on the top side, front four, single file, with Cherry and Cardenas battling for fifth.
All of this going on as they work their way back out of the corner again. Watch that 15 machine now. That's Cardenas. He's got company from Matt Cherry, winner a couple of weeks ago. He now dives to the inside of the DSR Truck Series winner. Now at Darlington off of turn 4, back to the line, Cardenas. And they're stride for stride now. Finally got a good bunch of racing happening with McGill leading them off again too.
Yeah, and everybody basically riding right down there on the bottom side. Obviously down there in the center where Greg maybe has the moonshine. That's exactly where you need to run. Don't be running right up against the wall. If you do, you will get bypassed just like Buzzy Mongo did not so many laps ago. McGill still holds the lead. Wood second, Lothian third. Smoke, where is it at? Nothing yet. Everybody's so far clean and green. Just as I say that, somebody got straight up nailed, and they are getting T-boned down on the back stretch.
Wow.
The 12 back here getting involved. Martin from, ironically enough, just up the road from me, Cartersville, Georgia. He gets involved in this one as well. Got into the back of somebody, might have been Thomas. Sent them around hard and sent them very hard. He loses it right there, gets into the back of the 3, sends him around. And then after that, baby, it's survival because the 3 comes back down. Adam Newbert T-bones him. And that's just a typical Martinsville incident.
Wow, man. Well, here's a look at it again from another angle. Mark Morton from Cartersville, Georgia. And just look at that right there. Someone just got into him, tagged him, and around goes the number 3 Chevrolet. And then Raul Meza just scattered by. Wow. Oh, wow. Adam Newbert caught up in it again. You know, Adam Newbert ain't racing for how long, right? And he comes back, and all he can do is just hit the wall more than anything else. I mean, he can't even get out of his own way.
He really can't. I mean, and, you know, and not only on Friday nights, but also on Monday nights, Wesley, we see that. Which obviously, if you are watching this and you were planning on watching the Monday DSR Electric Truck Series,
We're off tonight.
We're off tonight. Well, technically we're off tonight, but we're re-recording this from Friday night. So,
Right.
you know, thank you, Dean Hopton, for that very much. I guess that's the only way to put it. Off that, yeah, I know he's flipping me off in the background. I can back guarantee you that.
Yeah, so here's the deal. We ran the All-Star race at Charlotte last week. We were already scheduled to have an off Monday night. So it literally worked out perfectly. It worked out perfectly to be able to make this race up and, you know, to do the race from Friday night tonight. So we'll be back with the continuation of the NASCAR DSR Electric Truck Series next week. And that is the beginning also of the road to the Dash for Cash and the playoffs all on the way. And don't forget, this Wednesday night, the championship finale for Season 1 of the TLC Incorporated NASCAR Racing Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups. We'll decide it for 200 miles at Auto Club Speedway. And the Cops again on Friday night. We're coming back to Green, Jacob, on 4.
That'll be a good one, obviously, Wednesday night. Heard there is a little bit of beef going on out there for the NASCAR Cup Series. So you make sure that you want to check that one out. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the NASCAR 360 Racing Network as Holden McGill has it down on the inside. Wood up top. Lothian trying to jump back up here and get that second spot. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson right behind him, sitting in the 4th spot. Cardenas holding on to the top 5. Matt Cherry trying to see if he can find a hole. New leader, MDW, but for how long? McGill tries to shoot him up the track.
By the way, while that happened, MDW got a great launch away from McGill and Lothian, but then they reeled him back in. Further up ahead, truck number 6 about to be ran down by the fast traffic in about another lap or so if we can stay green. Defending champion, Jordan Jurassic, possibly going to go a lap down or more. They're in turn 3 now.
Yeah, Wood down on the bottom side, really running down. Jurassic right now. Whoa, check out Wood getting a little loose right there off of turn number 4. And we got another stack up. Jurassic's going to get lucky. And Osborne, not so lucky, gets spun around.
Wow.
Right there off of the corner. Did he have help? Yes, he did. And it will be in the form of the 23 of Stephen Thomas. Maybe not. Honestly, might have got a little bit of help from the 7 down on the inside lane.
Carrie Tribune, did Carrie Tribune get into him there?
what it may look like right here, I'm looking at it from now, is that Kerry Tribune right there. I think, well, usually it is. No, that's Edwards. That's the new guy, Edwards.
Oh,
Overdrives the corner.
The 7 truck right there. Yeah, got right into the driver door.
Yes, sent him around.
And that's not Kerry Tribune. That's Kevin Edwards. Kevin Edwards in the 7 truck. We're always used to saying Kerry Tribune in the 7. Sorry, Kerry. Is he even in the field? Kevin Edwards is the culprit of this one here. Oh, man, are you keeping count? 6 cautions so far in 43 laps.
Well, I mean, but usually, you know, when we see numbers like that, like the number 7, we think of Kerry Tribune. The number 60, we think of Jeff Merck. MDW, the 21. McGill, the 33. Lothian, the 43. Keith Bradley, the 29. Me, 57. You know, when we see those numbers, we sit there and think, oh, we know exactly who that is. And, you know, in other series, they run different, they run different numbers. I heard somebody was driving the 57 in one of these truck leagues. They took my number. I don't even know who it was, but it kind of hurt my feelings off of that. Hey, by the way, 4 laps to go right here in stage number 1. And I don't know who's going to win this right here. Miguel may end up trying to put the bumper to Wood, maybe try to send him up the track and get him a stage win. Never know.
Caution out again as we'll try to get ready to go back for a restart again. Another yellow flag out over the racetrack with Wood, McGill, Johnson, Lothian, and Cardenas, the top 5. That's the way it stands. As we're single file. We'll get ready to try to bring them back to green here. And we can go and fast forward, right, Jake? Dean Hopton? Fast forward? We're living in fast forward? Don't ignore me, Infidel. You don't ignore me.
He got mad at us from a comment earlier. I guess he's a little bit upset off of that one, obviously.
What did he get mad at me for? I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, well, I guess if he's got beef with me, then I guess, he's going to end up having beef with me one way or another. But remember, 2-lap spread.
That's right.
They got to get to lap 50. Whatever the position is on lap 50, at the end of lap 50, that's when they're going to pay the stage points out. So they ain't paid nothing out yet, Wesley.
We'll try it again as the field will get ready to come back to the Geico restart zone. It smells like Rock'em Sock'em virtual robot all day. And they're going to come to the line with 2 laps remaining here in the opening stage at Martinsville. Back to green. More racing laps have been yellow flagged than racing themselves. And look at Wood jumping out in front as he's looking to get back in front and lead them down to the final lap in stage 1 in Martinsville in turn 4.
Yeah, we'll see if Wood can hold on to it as they come around this time. White flag for stage number 1. Waiting on the caution to pop out. It may end up popping out a little bit earlier. We may see a wreck here in just a little bit. Wood off of turn 2. McGill right behind him, your pole center. MDW Matthew David Wood dives into 3 and 4. Caution already out. Maybe a wreck back in the back. It's not going to be a matter of it. MDW is going to win stage number 1. McGill, Johnson, Lothian, and Cardenas, the top 5. Good run right there. Good stage, even though it was a little bit of a demolition derby.
Yeah, we finished the stage. There's no on-track accidents anywhere. It just looked like maybe Barney was ready to wave the yellow flag a little prematurely than when the field was racing to the end of the stage. But nonetheless, we have officially completed stage number 1 in the ServPro 200 here at Martinsville. And it looks like it's about to be a plethora of activity as the whole carnival, our trucks are coming down for freshies and fuel, as you call them, Jacob.
Yeah, a lot of them coming down for freshies. Some of them actually look like they're going to stay out. Holden McGill, Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson, Pretty the Buff, they're going to stay out on the racetrack. There you see Luke Smith right there, I believe, in the 83. He's going to stay out on the racetrack as well. So McGill will take back the lead right here. And everybody else jumping in for 4 fresh tires, or freshies, as I would call them, and fill it up full of fuel. So Rock Hill, South Carolina, Holden McGill will hold the lead, but MDW, Matthew David Wood, won stage number 1. So folks, let's take a quick commercial break, let you hear from some of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
for Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Oh, folks, we are back here at Martinsville. Obviously, Dean in the background giving the salute to Jerry Reed, eastbound and down. Obviously, we were at Homestead last week. We are at Martinsville here tonight, and by my count, I believe, if I'm looking at the schedule the correct way, I believe we're at Talladega next week. So a little bit of East Coast swing right here for the C.O.P.S Truck Series. That's exactly where we're at. April 4th. Well, this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm mixed up. I still think it's Friday. I wish it was Friday. I wish it was
Bristol and then Rockingham? Wow. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Boy, East Coast swing, baby. That's how we do it here with NASRA. Green flag in the air. Stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic, is underway. And here we go. McGill down on the bottom side. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson, Brady LaBeouf stuck up here in the middle of this battle as well. McGill trying to get away. Tiny Horse trying to run it down.
All about making a move down on the inside. Here comes now LaBeouf. Brady LaBeouf. New car number, new wrap job. The 31 machine down to the inside. Powers along the side of Smith's truck. He'll clear him as he goes to the back straightaway.
Yeah, he barely had him clear, but now Smith shoots back up on the outside lane, and he will go back door to door with the boss man, Brady LaBeouf. Will he get clear? He can't get clear. Smith's still there. LaBeouf's going to have to send it in really deep and get a good run coming off of turn 2 if he wants to try to get clear. Nothing yet. Smith's still there. McGill and Johnson, they're trying to get away. LaBeouf just says, screw it, I'm sending it this time, and he's going to end up getting crossed over by Luke Smith. LaBeouf had a shot, and it did not work out, and now Smith's going to be his inside.
Really thought about making that move again, and he's not done yet. Here comes now Smith. Down to the inside, opens the door to LaBeouf. LaBeouf will clear him, and now Dustin Scruggs wants to make it a trio of trucks fighting for fourth, going into turn 1 for third. Oh, trouble! 25, Beard goes around. No caution yet. We stay green, now the yellow's out. Beard goes around.
Woo. James Beard, I from what it looked like right there, Wesley, I think he might have got tagged and got set around right there. Which is very, very common, at least from what we've been seeing here tonight. And ironically enough, look who got into him. Number 1. Will Hop sent it right up into James Beard. It's Joshua Rodriguez.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go again.
Talk about beef.
Have a look at
Lord.
it. Can you say paperclip? I mean, this place is just absolutely relentless right now, and it's not done yet. And Jacob, it's a lot to do with the way the guys are driving one another. I said it last night. I'll say it again. The way you drive around this place turns out to be the outcome of the way it is.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I feel like, if these guys would have a little bit of patience and just calm down a little bit, they could get some long green flag laps in. And, honestly, Wesley, this track is very fun. It really is. I mean, I believe I got my very first iRacing win here at Martinsville back in 2020 in a late model race. This place is fun if you have people that you're racing with that will just calm down, log some laps. You can have a good time. I mean, this is not, just what's the word I'm looking for? This is not a punishment for these guys. This track is a good track. It is fun. You can't beat, you can't bang. But if you feel like that you're going to drive all the way from 30th all the way up to first like you would later on this week at Talladega, you got another thing coming. You got to drive with your head. Let's see what happens. See if they get it straightened out. Probably not, but Holden McGill will shoot down into turn 1. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson will follow suit. McGill tried to hold on to the lead. LaBeouf back to third. Luke Smith, Dustin Scruggs in top 5.
How about that one, Judas Priest? Good song. Good song. Right now, McGill up in front. Got Johnson right behind him. And remember, LaBeouf, Smith, and Scruggs. That happened earlier. Now we got trouble. The 12 goes spinning. I believe that's actually Montgomery. More trucks are scattered into the pile. Matthew Montgomery. It's a 24 on time, and in scoring, it's a 12. And a number of other trucks get collected, and we're under the yellow flag again. My.
Wow, Chris Blanchard just drives it by a mile and sends Montgomery up the hill. Fort Smith, Arkansas, that town is not going to be too happy. They're not going to be some Chris Blanchard fans, but did Blanchard get sent? Nah, he just missed the quarter by a mile. And Wesley, this is kind of funny right here, if I do say so myself. I mean, and not for Montgomery, getting involved, and then Cody Knott and all of them get piled in at the end. These drivers, usually when we do these broadcasts, Wesley, they're sitting there and they got to watch it back. Now they can sit here and watch this live while we're watching it live, and they can sit there and go, yeah, now I see where I screwed up. Or,
this is what I'm doing wrong. This is what I'm doing wrong. Why did I do that? What was I thinking? Yeah, you're exactly right.
Get me another beer. I mean, there's a lot of things that they could be saying right now through a lot of this right here. Obviously going to 100 at the end of 100, which will be the end of stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Holden McGill still has the lead. Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson. Watch them double up for this restart. LaBeouf, Luke Smith, Dustin Scruggs. Lucas Lyons, that 88. He was all the way back there at the back. And enough wrecks, enough cautions. It'll shoot you back up here inside the top 10. Adam Newton, saw him get involved with Matt Lee a while ago. He's battled back to 7th. Jose Luis Rivera back up here at 8th with Stephen Thomas and Jeff Burke making up the top 10. Pace truck is off. I'm going to go ahead and put I'm going to put a $20 bet on it right now since we're going to have another caution before the end of stage 2. I will go ahead and put a $20 bet on this. No, Dean, I have no idea, but I've got a damn good feeling. Here we go. Green flag once again. McGill will dive off. Johnson up top. Here comes LaBeouf trying to make a run on the inside.
Got to restart now. Let's see how this one shake up for the go-around. They work their way down into turn number 3. McGill back to the lead. Johnson picking on the outside. Thought about it there for a minute. Meanwhile, we're 3 wide in the back. They have stacked up traffic quickly under the green into 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all 40 of these drivers out here straight up getting after it. 38 of them actually on the track right now. Cohick back there 9 laps down. So with 39 trucks on a half-mile paperclip, you're bound to end up seeing some kind of chaos pop off, and we got a caution, and I'm going to get my $20 bill.
Well, Cody Knott just chimed in on the chat box, and he said, did you see me get punted? So, I mean, we've seen a lot of people get punted.
There's been a lot of people get punted here this evening.
Hey, this is a big truck. Matthew Cummings. I've never heard of him. The Lowe's machine from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's 28 of Osborne, the 04 Cohick.
Yes.
Cohick, yeah.
It looked like Ed Osborne was the one that got kind of tagged around him. Matter of fact, there you see it right there. Ironically enough, going around Matthew Montgomery, he gives a little Ed Osborne a little door bang. How do you do? Cohick just sends it. I mean, he wasn't even on the brake pedal, ends up sending Ed Osborne around, and everybody trying to fight and get around it. Oh, me. Wow. Wesley, I lost count. How many cautions are we at right now?
I don't know.
You lost count.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I was curious. I was really curious to see if possibly, I mean, I don't want to try to jinx anybody, but what is the record for cautions in NASCAR?
Man, I want to say the record for cautions in Nazareth was 33 at Bristol.
Oh, good Lord. I hope we don't have that many. Oh, Lord,
If I
hope we
remember
don't have that many.
correctly, that was the record of cautions in Nazareth was 33. You know, I'm a stat guy. No, it wasn't when the pace car ran. Do you remember the race we did with Nasser where people got so mad they just stopped and the race ended on the back straightaway? Do you remember that, Jacob? Where the race actually got called on time is what happened.
I think
And
I was
all
in
of a
that
sudden-
race.
Yeah, I think you were. They just come down the back stretch and all of a sudden it just said, race over.
Yeah, I think I got a top 10 out of that. I was really proud to get that top 10 out of it because I survived a lot of that chaos. I got involved in it a little bit, but I
Jacob,
survived most of it.
Jacob, Joshua Suss chiming in on the chat box. He says, where was the door banging download at this weekend?
Blame the third place runner right now. Blame Brady LaBeouf. I'm just
Wow.
we was supposed to record it Thursday night, but
What
he
you
had
say?
some
That's
stuff
the
going
boss.
on.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
well, he has some stuff going on and everything, and I obliged, and then we're trying to figure it out. I think we're going to record it tomorrow night. I hope we're going to record it tomorrow night at this point. Who the heck knows at this point? We may just end up having to do it next Thursday or this Thursday. Hopefully, if everything works out, I still got to get with the boss.
Why don't we just bring Brady in here now? I mean, this is a delayed broadcast. We can have him join us in the booth while we're calling the race and the cautions
That
and
would be interesting.
record it. Wouldn't it be fun?
That would be very, very interesting, to be honest with you. That's a door banging download episode Beer Buddy segment for you right there. Doing the live broadcast recording from Martinsville, where we end up having probably about 28 cautions. Let's see
I promise
what
I won't
happens.
talk about leprechauns or corn cobs. I promise it.
Or that lady at Texas. That virtual lady.
God, she was ugly. We're back to green.
Yeah, that was Dean's wife. Oh, Lord.
guys,
We
look
got
out.
another caution.
Oh,
We got
no.
another spinner back there in the back. Good Lord have mercy. No idea who it was back there spinning, but we stayed green. Miguel still has the lead. Tiny Horse, LaBeouf, Luke Smith, Lucas Slides jumping up here, making it a little battle with Adam Newton to his outside. And here comes Tiny Horse. Ryan Johnson looked to the outside, but Miguel had the run.
Ryan Johnston, Salem, Wisconsin driver, Xfinity Series champion. By the way, the Nazareth Xfinity Series, the Nazareth Blanchard's Towing Xfinity Series will be coming back on Tuesday night. Details coming soon. I'm understanding in the next couple of weeks they're working on all that. A new ARCA Series on Thursday night as well. And right now, it is McGill, Johnson, LaBeouf, all champions in the top three. And there's another yellow flag. Boy, oh boy. ServPro sponsored this race. ServPro is getting their money's worth here at Martinsville tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I think that is ironic. That is ironic as hell right there. Honestly, to be able to have ServPro, the title sponsor for the cautions,
Yes.
to title sponsor the race. They done that one on purpose. I think they done that one on
I
absolute
think it's
purpose.
great advertising if you ask me. Huh?
Great advertisement. Great advertisement. There you see a lot of guys jumping down pit road.
Just the crumpets.
Crumpet jumping down as well. There you see Tristan Bruce. There you see whole list of others, a couple of others jumping down pit road right here, getting a little bit of damage fixed. There's Cody's pit crew. We see Cody's pit crew. Check this out. A first right here because of the recording. Cody Knott sent Dean the file, and so
Good luck.
we're watching this right here. We actually get to see the pit crew work for the first time. This is something right here. Folks, check this
Oh
out.
my
This-
goodness.
cool.
We're doing a pit
actually
stop
get
in
to
reverse
see
and
it.
starting it over again. Are you serious?
The pit crew working their way around and everything else. This is something that you do not see on the broadcast.
I see a penalty. Too many men over the wall early.
Yeah, they did. They was over the wall too early. So, TJ Moore, Bray LaBeouf, all of y'all that do the results, you need to be watching Cody Knott's pit crew right here.
You know?
Because You can bust them right now. Bust them 9 ways to Sunday. You can really screw this whole deal up.
I'm like a NASCAR inspector right there, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, 26 over the wall too early. I'm not even going to call him by name. We're not friends. It's just business, right? 26 over the wall too early.
Over the wall by a mile.
Hey, Brandon Broadfoot chimes in and he says, yes, Wesley, the curse of Wesley Outland. You're exactly right. That was the night that they kept wrecking at Bristol. Yeah, there's Brandon Broadfoot right there. Huh, Brandon? How are you, buddy? What's going on in your life? It's not but it's back in the day. Have you had your break today? And have you had yours, Brandon Broadfoot? That's the question. We're going back to read.
Oh, Lord, I'm always getting cranked up on all this. There we go. Hold it, McGill. Will hold the lead. Tidy horse to the outside. Pretty LaBeouf jump down to the inside. Luke Smith, Adam Newton, they're trying to go after LaBeouf. Everybody trying to chase down McGill off turn 4.
And they come back to the green flag, working off of turn number 4. Remember, Glass Mechanic Stage 2 will go all the way to a Century Grind lap 100, and not until we go down and slow again. Caution out. I believe it's the 45 truck that's way, way, way off the pace. Maybe truck number 83, I'm not sure, but we're under the yellow flag again here. Wow. I want to say the 45 and the 24 got involved in an accident. The truck's in the back of the pack. Oh, boy, man.
And Wesley, what gets me out of all this right here is there you see Matthew Montgomery back here.
Hey, Trotter and Matthew Montgomery, I believe. Yeah.
Trotter right there behind him. Let's see kind of what happens. Montgomery trying to shoot around right here. And let's see what happens with Trotter. Whoa, way up the hill. There's Trotter right there. And Trotter looked like he actually had a whole lot of, there you see it right there with the left front got pretty much mangled. Did Trotter get help? Survey says Dustin Scruggs right behind him. Survey says, yeah, by a mile. Got nailed right there by the 2. I believe that's Brandon New, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Brandon New in the 2. He straight up just drove in there and nails Shane Trotter, sends him around. And once again, the ServPro caution.
Oh, boy. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Get out the way.
You had the beat there. It was going to work out perfectly. Little Luda Nazareth style. Move. Get out the way. Oh, my goodness. We're going to get fired.
Honestly, Wesley, for some of the stuff that we've done, I'm surprised we ain't been fired yet, to be honest with you. Just to be honest.
The funniest one was when you unveiled our rants during commercial break. I couldn't believe you put that on the door banging download. I was like,
oh, if you think it, well, if you think that's bad, you just wait till this week. I got some good stuff for the past 2 weeks.
Stuff?
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's gonna be a brand new segment that we're gonna have on the podcast. It's gonna be what am I going with here?
Nazra Uncut, Nazra Broadcast Uncut, behind the mic, Nazra behind the mic.
Behind the mic. There you go. Behind the mic with Wesley and Jake. There you go. That's what we're going to end up having. That's going to be on the podcast every single week. So, but you won't know. Wesley, y'all don't know what I'm going to record. So that's going to be interesting right there. But I know what I got. So it should be some good stuff to put on the podcast and let everybody enjoy that one. Let's see how far this one goes. Remember, a little over about 11 laps to go when they hit the line right here. Let's see if they make it all the way to 100. Green flag in the air. McGill jumps back out to a big lead. Johnson tried to reel him in. LaBeouf, Smith, and Lines trying to reel him in.
Now that's the plan, to at least try to get to the halfway mark of this race. It has been a rather caution field all night, but we are heading in to halfway. Right now, McGill, he has been the Pied Piper. By the way, McGill, Johnson, LaBeouf, and Kermit Smith, none of them have pitted yet as we approach 10 to the end of stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic at Martinsville.
Wesley, I think that is a fantastic call by those front 4 drivers, to be honest with you, because stay out of all the chaos. Eventually, you're going to have to pit, get gas, and possibly get tires. But at the same time, track position is key here at Martinsville. So McGill, Johnson, LaBeouf, and old Kermit Smith up there, they are in a prime position right now. This is exactly where they need to be. And not only that, McGill and Johnson are straight up checking out and leaving the field on those old tires. There you're riding on board with Tiny Horse. McGill trying to see if he can separate himself and get this stage win. Mind you, talking about strategy, MPW won stage 1. He is way back there in the back. He's mired back in traffic trying to find his way up to the front.
Comfortably holding on to that spot. I want to say these guys are really getting to it now and racing hard, but every time we do that, Banana Republic flag waves. If you don't know that color, it's yellow. We don't want it. We want green, 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 green. It's St. Patty's Day again. It's McGill and Johnson, LaBeouf, Smith Lyons, top 5, and they're gone. Trouble. They're crashing. I spoke too soon. Lucas Lyons, Daytona winner, crashing on the front straightaway into the inside pit. Safer barrier. No. Remember, they have to end. They have to end on that lap. Remember that. That's something new. I know that the Monday series does it, Jacob, but I believe C.O.P.S does it as well. As we see now, the 19 is that Adam Newton. Adam Newton and Lucas Lyons. I see the unicorns. I see Newton around him.
There you see it right there.
World, man. What? Oh, baby.
And ironically enough,
Nowhere to go, man. Nowhere to go, it looked like.
Yeah, but if you look right here, I will tell you exactly how this all happened, and I'll tell you exactly why every bit of this happened right here, folks, Wesley and Dean. I'll tell you exactly why. Watch what happens. Lines right here, comes through. Keep it on this camera, Dean.
You tell me, Obi-Wan.
Watch what happens. There he is, snaps loose. Newton is there. Watch right here. Bam! Freeze it right there. Back it up and freeze it, and I will show you exactly why, what had happened. Whoa! Get it where he's sideways, and I'll show you why. Keep coming.
Ride up and when the lights turn green.
I'm going to show you why.
Yeah,
Keep coming.
That's a
Keep
dirt
coming.
track thing. Sideways.
Keep coming. Get it
Come
when he's
on.
all the way sideways.
Oh, the back of the truck locked up. Is that what you're saying, Jacob?
No.
Right there?
No. Keep coming. Keep coming. When he's all the way sideways, pause it. Look behind the tire. My logo's on the car. I jinxed him. That was the point of it.
Oh, you did you really just do that? Are you serious? Are you serious?
jinxed him.
Are you
I
serious,
jinxed him.
Jacob?
That's exactly
I thought
what
that it was something serious that you were talking about, the rear end, the toe end, maybe the back tires locked up. No, it's to promote the damn door banging download.
No, that's what caused it. I jinxed him. I had my logo on his truck, and it caused that whole deal right there. That's exactly what happens, but there you see.
Indeed, I have no doubt that he probably hit record for that segment right there. I promise you.
I
Oh,
didn't.
you should
I wished
have.
I would have. I
that was
wished
classic.
I wished I would have, but
Oh,
I
man.
did not. So that was not a promo, Dean.
Wow.
You found you that. 3 to go. Will they get a restart is the question right here. 1 to go. Will they get a restart? It's going to be a one-lap shootout is what this is going to look like, at least from what I understand. At least from what I'm getting, it's going to be a one-lap shootout. Because remember, Wesley, it ends on 100. At the end of 100, that's when it counts.
That's right. And remember, they're going to get at least one lap to get after it. Here I was getting all excited, thinking there was some kind of great storyline with Jacob promoting the truck and talking about what happened. And bam, it's a promo. Door banging download, by the way, on all podcast platforms and outlets. Let's go back to green. They're going to get one lap to get her done as we go back to green at Martinsville. The cautions breed cautions. Can we at least get one lap to end stage 2?
It looks that way, hopefully so. And right now, Holden McGill is driving for his life. Coming through 3 and 4. Tiny Horse cannot get there. Holden McGill will end up winning stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. Everybody else falls in line. And there you see everybody backing it down. Had that one-lap shootout. So Holden McGill will get it done. And a spinner back there in the back as well. But Holden McGill will end up winning it. And, wow. Stage 2 presented by Glass Mechanic, baby. We still got another 100 laps to decide it. Well, according to this, it looks like it went into overtime. I'm not shocked by that by no means. But, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here over the next 100 laps, Wes.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Here comes everybody on pit lane, and they're pitting now. Oh my goodness! Hey, can we see the upcoming schedule as they're pitting, Dean? What's the cut for the C.O.P.S Truck Series? Obviously, what do we got? Talladega live this Friday, Bristol in a few weeks. Rockingham, Watkins Glen, road course racing, Texas. There you go. That's all on the way.
Classic Monza. Oh, that would be something very cool. Dean was talking to me about that one. Classic Monza is the circular track over for the Monza road course, but they have a circular track where it's literally banked up like Talladega. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they run with the, like, no restrictor plates, kind of like I race in Super Speedway. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is, yeah, absolutely. It is scary as all get out. It's one of the scariest things I've probably seen on here. I tell you what, give us a thumbs up out there in the chat if you want to see the Monza Oval for one of the NASRA series. And real quick, make sure you like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Well, folks, I tell you what, we're going to take one more quick commercial break. Let's go ahead and get it zoomed in, get us ready to rock and roll for the final stage here for the ServPro 200. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thank you for joining us. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in our action live.
I bet you everybody looked up to the top left and they were like, really? Oh, wait a minute. Nope, everything's good. Start a stage number 3, green flag in the air. Adam Newton, Dylan Cardenas, Dustin Scruggs, Ron Mazzalotti, big pile up parking lot 1 and 2.
Jeez, man. Come on, guys. Oh. Joshua Rodriguez crashing again. Here's a replay of what happened to him on the restart. Yeah, on stage 3. Look at this. Did he not? He didn't go. He didn't go. They're not checking up. He didn't go, Jacob. The one didn't take off.
Keep watching. Keep watching, though. Keep watching after the fact. I got a feeling because he shot up through here like, I mean, just all get out right here. I think he was coming up there. I thought he was coming after Jeff Merck because Merck was the one that got into the back of him, but he just went around him. I thought he may have been trying to go after Jeff Merck right there. Merck was right there in front of him, but there you see, he did not go.
No, he didn't go. That's on him. That's not Jeff Merck's fault. The tire spin, you got tire spin coming off the line. Look at the RPMs. That'll tell the story right there, Jacob. He didn't go. He missed the gear.
Oh, yeah.
Either one or two things happened. Either he was in the wrong gear when he took off and he wasn't up to speed, or he missed the gear. And it stacked everybody behind him. Look at Cody Knott, man. There goes Cody Knott talking about getting victim of circumstance. It wasn't even his fault.
That is unfortunate right there. I mean, he was just literally just all by himself up there running in the 8th spot and ends up going to the back of the line. Just out of nowhere, gets blindsided right there in the left rear, gets sent around. So Cody Knott, Joshua Rodriguez, I mean, he lost a little bit off of it, but he'll end up getting it back. Cody Knott, the big loser out of it. And Adam Newton up front has the lead. Somebody else stuck way back up there in 1 and 2. Not real sure who that is, but
Leprechaun.
oh boy. A leprechaun. Yeah, leprechaun. I guess
Hey,
that's
Bill the masshole. Bill the masshole. I didn't say the other word, I promise. I put the M in front of the word. Bill the masshole. Brian Chu got involved in an accident earlier in the race, and then he's currently right now 6th on the racetrack. So Brian Chu in 6th. Mr. Restrictor Plate, but I call him. Yeah, there's Mongold. Is he getting away from Brown? Free pass. There he goes. Yeah. Hey, look at the fabled unicorn up in front, Jacob. The favored cigar, the fabled cigar smoking unicorn. Murph's Magical Creations. Look at that.
awesome looking unicorn right there. Got the cigar. I mean, straight up evil looking, but you know.
Have a puff on me. Have a puff on me.
I ain't got nothing for that. Going all the way to 200. Tire sets obviously at 3, fuel capacity at 50. That may play a little bit of a factor into how this works, but let's see, if they get enough of cautions, I don't think it's really going to matter. They should be able to make it on fuel.
That's right. Big thanks again to Murph's Magical Creations. Oh, boy. Thanks for them and all the other great sponsors we have as we're ready to go back to green here. Geico restart zone. Pace trucks in, settling in on 90 laps to go. Back to green.
Here we go. See what happens. Newton down to the inside. Will they make it all the way to 209? I doubt it, but here we go. Newton with Cardenas right behind him. Scruggs back here as well. Look at the fight back here in the middle of the pack. And Haney goes around 87. Huck Wigginton gets into him. Trotter slams on the brakes. Haney goes around. And once again, I think I know who's going to be the lap leader this evening, Wesley. It's going to be the pace truck. The pace truck's got to lead the most laps here this evening.
Boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness. Here's a look at it again. Oh my, oh my. Haney, Hunt to Broadfoot. Broadfoot scampers away. Then he gets tagged. There's the 00 spinning. Nowhere to go. Oh boy, is that Huck Wigginton? That's our buddy Huck. Huck Wigginton. And then Haney into the wall. Boy, oh boy. Remember that song? Remember the song from The King and I? Getting to Know You? It's from The King and I.
You ain't even close.
It is from The King and I. Yes, it is. God almighty, The King and I.
Dean's back there singing something else, and he is way off. He is way off.
Can we go fast forward? Can we live in fast forward in the words of Kenny Chesney? Here we go.
Or Jason Aldean, whichever one of them it was. Whichever one of them.
Well, that was when I was ticked off earlier. The damn internet, I'm telling you. I was so mad. Like, I was like, you know, I can understand the weather, but I've been having, like, you know, technical issues. And I'm going to call them out. Spectrum better get their you-know-what together, because if they don't, I'm going to jump to other providers, Jacob. I ain't going to lie to you.
We got beef right here, Joe.
You're darn right. You're darn right. You can beep all you want, because that's how I felt.
He was very, very energized, which he is energized now, but he was way energized right before we started this about the whole internet deal. Back to green, Newton, Cardenas, Lothian back up here in the mix. In the 43, sitting in the 3rd spot, Newton leads off turn 2.
Back to green. Let's see what happens now for Newton. Oh, we got trouble. They're wrecking behind them again. The 38, the Xfinity champion, Ryan Johnson, turned in the wrong direction. He spins another truck against the wall. It is oh boy, it's Osborne again. It's the 04 wrecking again. It's like a repetitive, it's like the same people over and over again, Jacob. Look at this, man. I mean, is that Rivera? Jose Luis Rivera into Johnson? Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, a lot of drivers will need to go back and look at this right here and be like, what was I thinking? Some of them will probably be thinking that. Some of them will probably be saying, well, he was in my way. I mean, you just hear a lot of other sayings out of this right there. It looked like they door banged a little bit. Rivera might have got loose, either that or he just straight up come down and hooked him. So, I mean, I'm not 100% off of that, but then there you see everybody just piling in. Why is everybody piling in is what I want to know. I mean, Arca Break City right there on that caution right there. Everybody driving straight into other drivers. They see the smoke and everything. Why don't they just lock it up right there? Dean, I like your strategy. I would stay at the. I would just stay back and I would just go ahead and just let everybody wreck. Yeah, absolutely. Just wait till everybody wrecks and then just drive right up through there. That's exactly what I would do. Newton still leads though. Power of the Unicorns working out very nicely, I guess you could say, for Adam Newton.
Cautions after cautions after cautions after cautions. Yeah, cautions again. Hey, by the way, don't forget, we're back here with the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. We normally run them on Monday night. This is a delayed broadcast from this past Friday. Fortunately, we did not air it live. This is ready for a restart. I love it. I love the colors. I love the colors. Dancing in the flowers. Coming back to green.
Here we go.
80 to go. 80 to go.
Oh,
Jacob,
round,
what's the
round,
over-under
round
that we could at least get 5 green flag laps under our belt before caution falls?
It's under. It's under at this point. They may surprise me right here at this point, but I say it's going to be the under on the 5 laps right here. Let's see what happens. There is 1 lap. Shoots across the line. Everybody's skippering, scampering back there. 3 wide way back there in the back. Newton still holds the lead. Awesome camera angles by our producer, Dean Hopton, working it out with us here tonight. Coming around this time, this will be the second lap. Will it be over or under on the 5? I'm still taking under.
Trying to figure out how to be positive, right? Be positive. Humada, 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 humada. Humada, 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 humada. I don't think I'm going to announce anymore. I just want to say humada, 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 humada. We're working lap 3 now in full green. Here we go again. Battle going on. As Newton is the new leader. How about it for the Nightmare Bulldog, Adam Newton, up in front, leading the way. Mesa. Oh boy, there's McGill, the speed show on the bottom. He's got Cherry on the inside as well. Oh my goodness, Jacob, we're a lap away from 5 laps green. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked right here at this point, but who will spoil the party on it? Newton still holds the lead. Cardenas right behind him. They're trying to check out. Back here, it is just a gaggle of traffic. Looks like I-75 and rush hour traffic in Atlanta. Now you got Edwards down on the bottom side. Chew up on the top side. Right behind him, holding McGill. There's Brady LaBeouf. They made it the over on the 5 laps. They literally went over. I'm happy I wouldn't have bet on it. I would have lost that bet.
Working off turn 4. Oh boy, look at Raw Meza. Meza down to the inside, working his way into the corner. Well, remember, Dean, if you remember, Jacob, what was it, last season? 2 seasons ago, Martinsville, we actually did something like that. We tried to run 2 50-lap heat races and split the field in half, and that 100-lap feature was more of a disaster than the 50-lap heat race was.
I remember I was in that race. I was in that. That was our all-star race for the DSR Electric Truck Series last season. So, yeah, it was a straight-up disaster. I will remember, or I do remember that. But I think everybody's finally got it calmed down. And sure as I say that, somebody end up spinning right here in a minute. But it seems like everybody has got it calmed down a little bit. They're just getting out here, logging some laps, and just putting some laps on the board. Newton still leads, trying to get away from Cardenas. Lothian, Wood, Merck, the top 5. Brian Chew trying to find a hole down. Will Pater let him have it? He's not going to let him have it. Pater sends it on the inside.
The longest green flag run of the race is happening right now here at Martinsville. I'm not blowing that out of proportion in any way. Here comes now Richard going after Raw Meza for that spot. A little door banging, if you will. Side for side, stride for stride. Now Meza and Richard's door to door, going to one, and they're still not getting away from one another.
Boy, Richard's straight up sending it, and Meza's sending it on the top side. Richard's going to try to hold that spot. Meza's going to keep it up top. Try to follow Brian Chu. Still side by side. Now will Richards get clear, and will he be able to jump up in front of Meza? Yes, he will. And whoa, big spinner back down there at the back, but they straightened it back out. Now here's Painter. He's going to go after the 27. Oh, baby, they almost got into it right there. That's Isaac Babbitt.
And somehow it is again that driver holding on to that spot. They work their way down to the corner. Another lap on the board. Give it to Adam Newton, the leader. Cardenas, remember, he had problems early. He's down to the number 2 spot. Lothian sits in 3rd. Wood, Merck, top 5. They're single file to the back straightaway.
There you see Chris Blanchard right there in the 9, back there at the 18th spot. Here we go. Lap traffic playing a little bit of a factor. Buzzy Mongold up top. Cardenas will try to follow Adam Newton. Buzzy trying to get out of the way. Everybody trying to get around him. Cardenas, Newton, they got around Lothian, that short track ace. He's going to try to work his way around Buzzy Mongold, sitting in the 3rd spot. Newton, Cardenas, now Lothian's going to get clear. Here comes Wood. Here comes Merck. Top 5 trying to get around the lap truck.
And the longest green flag stretch of the race continues here in the ServPro 200. Right now it is Newton, but look at this going on. Lothian, but Matthew David Wood. Great racing now. Brady LaBeouf, and I spoke too soon. We got a wreck of the front straightaway. Caution's out. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Is that the lap machine that was? Yes, it is. Buzzy Mongold.
So Buzzy might have got tagged, might have got sent around. He was a lap down, and he will not get the lucky dog because of that. Let's see what happens with Buzzy right here. Did he end up getting tagged or sent around? No, it was up ahead of him.
I'm sorry, the colors looked alike. My apologies. It's this guy right here. It's the 20 of Jose Luis Rivera in another truck. So go to the 20, and then you can reverse it. And then there's another guy with about some purple colors on his truck that got wrecked. Here we go.
Hey, Wesley,
Rivera. Yeah.
Wesley, you have been requested in the live chat to do your fast forward, or at this point, do your rewind voice.
Well, you're talking about whenever. So we're not. We're just going to go and fast forward. So okay. So that's what somebody's requesting. Oh yeah. Let me get in character. After we show the accident. Here's a replay. Oh, it was Rodriguez again. Man.
He's had a rough night here this evening. He has been all over the place. There you see, wow, Rivera. Whoa, Trotter able to sneak by. Everybody able to sneak by. But all of it was in part with Rodriguez snapping loose, and then everybody checked up. And here we go, Wesley. This is for you, Brandon Broadfoot. Here's the fast forward sound for Wesley out.
Yeah, not rewind. I can't speak in reverse like a remote control. Like I got to go in fast forward, So here's a look at it one more time of the accident. Then we'll go in fast forward mode. All right, here it is. Look. Oh, Rodriguez. Oh, the punt. Everybody goes around. There's the caution. And by the way, that ended the longest green flag stretch of the race. Did you see the 0-4 of Cohick? Kind of telling the guy in the one, Rodriguez, what the heck were you thinking, right? We got beef. And now we're going to talk 100 miles an hour as everybody gets around back on the racetrack. Is everybody going to come down to pit road? I don't think anybody's going to come down to pit road. Is right now Adam Newton's in the lead. Cardenas in second. Lothian and Wood right now in row number 2. Merck and Scruggs top 3. And they are going to come down to pit road. Is hashtag fake news. Here comes Adam Newton into the pit lane. So it's Cardenas and Merck and everyone else. And they're going to get on 4 tires and fuel. And they're probably going to get ready to go for the stretch of the race as we see right now. Newton working his way all the way around the racetrack to his pit stall box to pit stall box number 3. MDW is in on his pit stall. Everyone is getting 4 tires and fuel, and all this is going on is right now the fastest pit stops in history are happening in the world of iRacing. Is right now Merck now the new leader. Jeff Merck in the new lead, and right now the lights are still on the pace track, and we're still going to go back to a 1 to go indication here this time by, and I think we might go back to green next time around.
Wow, the cattle auction just showed up here at virtual Martinsville Speedway. How about that? Bam! Sold at the Grundy County auction. job, Michael Montgomery, right there. We have beef out of that one. And here we go. Mark, Blanchard, teammates up here, or at least they was teammates. Now they're going to be up here side by side. Here's Edwards up here with Newton getting ready for a restart.
Jacob, you got to talk fast next time, right? You got to talk fast next time. Let's do it. Coming back to green.
He does fast forward. I'll try it. We'll see how this ends up working out. Here we go. Mark gasses up. He is going to get gone. And here's Blanchard. Now he's going to have Edwards down to his inside. Here comes Adam Newton on the inside. Lothian back here as well off turn 2.
Back to the restart. Everyone else right there behind the leader, single file, stacked up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Look at them at full stroke to their own. Right there, Stride is right now. Another truck really off the pace. Way on the bottom of the racetrack, not up to speed. Now he gets back moving again. Here comes that pack coming at you. Boy, that was really going to be dangerous for a caution when they get back over.
Yeah, everybody able to straighten it back out. Newton still holds the lead. Down goes the around. Adam Newton gets spun around, and caution is out. Hillsboro, North Carolina's Adam Newton, the Bulldog, goes around off of turn number 4. And I got a feeling he might have had a little bit of a love tap, might have had help. And yes, ironically enough, the Boston and Brady LaBeouf might have got him in the left rear and sent Adam Newton around. He oversteps it, jumps in there, wheel hops, hits the curb, sends Newton around, and caution is out. Once again, ServPro, like you said, Wesley, they're getting their money's worth here this evening.
The Murph's Magical Creations Fabled Smoking Unicorn truck number 19 of the Nightmare Bulldog, Adam Newton. Here again, there's contact right there to the left rear. There goes the 19 around. And I'm surprised there wasn't more trucks involved. A one-spin incident. As look at this dangerous part of the racetrack right there off of turn 4. And Newton was able to weasel his way and only be involved in the spin and quickly pull away with no damage any worse than what he got from Broadfoot.
Yeah, it could have got a whole lot worse.
From LaBeouf, yeah.
Yeah, it could have got a whole lot worse. So I guess we'll go ahead and see what I can do as far as.
All right, Jacob, it's your time to shine, brother.
Never tried it. We're going to try it as here we go. Jeff Mark up here at the front. Blake Lothian right behind him. Dylan Cardenas. Then you got Kevin Edwards and also MDW. Mark's been looking very, very good here this evening, but he's got to worry about Blake Lothian right behind him as we got 143 on the laps going all the way to 209. We know it's going to be overtime. We'll see what happens. One truck goes around. He is going to be the lucky dog. There you see Mark, Punta Gorda, Florida, started 6th. He's all the way up at the front. There you see your race details, 50, 100, 203, 50% fuel capacity, unlimited green, white, chicken attempts. I hope we don't end up being here all night. Merck still sitting there at the front. One driver jumps out off a pit road. Merck still holds the lead, trying to race the pace truck. Right there, doors him going into turn 1. Everybody else behind him. Blake Lothian there as well. Everybody's speeding very, very fast. Dean, I wish you would back it up a little bit. I'm running out of air. Here we go. Everybody getting ready for a double file restart. Merck still's there. Lothian up top. Here comes Cardenas. Right up on the top side is going to be Edwards. Wood right there behind him as we get it slowed back down here in just a second for a restart here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here at Martinsville ServPro 200. If you love that, see it out there, sus. Not bad, Jake. Like and subscribe to the National 360 Racing Network. Green flag in the air. Jeff Burke, Blake Lothian, Cardenas, and Wood gets tagged and gets set up the hill.
Back at her way, looking now, Merck up on the top spot, the Floridian, a former champion and rookie of the year in the C.O.P.S Truck Series now. Up into the lead, and we got another caution, yellow out as fast as we went back to green. We're wrecking again on the back straightaway. Boy, oh boy.
I'm still trying to catch my breath.
I mean, you could go to auctioneer school if you wanted to, right? I mean,
I've never tried that. Wow. Something happened back here. Somebody got stacked up back here and caused a caution. Somebody spun. Either that or maybe the restart was not that good. Oh, Cody Knott. Actually, looks like he got tagged. And everybody else was just trying to catch up for the restart right here. See who ends up tagging him right behind him. 83 right here. What happens? Is that Van Ryder? I must be thinking Monday nights. It might not be Van Ryder. It's one of them.
Is that Adam Newton behind him?
I don't believe that's Adam Newton. No. That's the 83, whoever that is.
Okay,
Ended up
that's
overdriving the
okay.
corner. There comes Adam Newton right there. He shoots around. Luke Smith.
Yeah, that's Luke Smith, man. That's Kermit. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Luke Smith, they call him Kermit.
Well, Jeff Merck's still up here at the front.
Oh, wow.
See how this ends up working out for Merck. See if Lothier can get up here and see if he can get something going. Please don't hit fast forward. I don't know if I could do that again. I'm shocked I was able to pull it off that first time around. Getting double filed back up. Hey, around 50 laps to go.
It's time to do click. Hit click. Come on. Come to green. We'll get this going an extra lap.
Wait.
Yeah, that's perfect. I would do that. Remember, I have another broadcast obligation at the top of the hour.
We'll see what happens on that. Hopefully we can get it done and see what happens here. Jeff Merck, Dylan Cardenas, Lothier and Edwards Wood. The top 5 Cherry Scruggs. McGill back up here in the mix with Stephen Thomas and Isaac Bevan, the top 10, getting ready for another restart. Will they get it straightened out?
Oh, wow.
Nope, I don't think so, but they straightened it back out. A little bit of a tag right there, maybe a little bit of wheel spin right there at the start.
At the outside lane, definitely got some wheel spin and stacked up the field like a bunch of dominoes off the corner. Now we're battling for the lead. Cardenas and Burke, they're battling door to door. Lothier watches all with Wood in 1 and 2.
Merck sent it right there, literally drove in like a dirt track style. Was able to keep it straight and not jump up into Dylan Cardenas. Cardenas still holds it up on the top side, trying to get clear of Jeff Merck. New leader, Cardenas in the 15. Wood slams the fence coming off turn 4, trying to go after Lothier. Lothier keeps it on the bottom side. Lothier tries to get the shove to Merck. Cardenas trying to check out.
Yeah, Matthew David Wood bouncing off the safer barrier, still holding on to that 4th spot. No harm, no foul. Now look at the 7 of Edwards now. Back into the top 5 is now falling back. New leader, Dylan Cardenas. Who leads, Mark in trouble. Mark now under attack by Lothian. All this goes on is also, we've seen new men up in the hill and Scruggs back into the top 5, battling in 3.
Yeah, he's up there working it out right now. Lothian, I'm really watching this 43, seeing what he can do. As Thomas ends up getting into the 11. Dustin Scruggs, they go around.
Man.
And caution is out once again.
I spoke too soon, right? It literally just uttered out of my mouth. Dustin Scruggs climbing back to the field, and then the man goes spinning. And I didn't see this race, so I don't know what happened.
Oh,
no.
Man. Thomas Scruggs, they have a little contact right there. Thomas looked like he actually drove in and he was okay. Actually, yeah, he kept it all the way on the bottom. Scruggs just comes down, doors him a little bit, gets loose, then comes back down and hooks Elk View, West Virginia's Stephen Thomas, ends up sending him around. Scruggs literally driving him backwards, going down the front stretch. Everybody trying to dodge him. And Thomas was able to get away. There you see Nashville, Tennessee for Dustin Scruggs ends up going around. My, oh my. And Wesley, the bad part about it, the aggression's only going to pick up even worse.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And obviously there you see the end result as we see Dustin Scruggs turning in the wrong direction. He's going northbound in a southbound lane and then finally gets back and forward momentum with the McConey setup shot. Prosper 11 entry. And man, it's a hard pill to swallow for the 11 of Scruggs. Started climbing up to the front, then he gets turned. And he's got to try to go all the way back to the front again after being in the back.
Yeah, he's got a long road ahead.
We took a break in a while.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's let everybody hear from some of our great sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We will return.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here in Martinsville. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have a lot of great content for Behind the Mic with Wesley and Jake this week on the podcast. I've got a great feeling. Here we go, back to green. Cardenas, Merck up here at the front. Lothian, Wood, they're going to try to slug it out for that third spot. Front team single file off turn 2.
Back to it again, green flag. Cardenas machine up in the lead. Merck watches along with Lothian. Wood and McGill now set their sights, battling for 4th and 5th. That's door to door. Top 3 now. Top 4 single file going back to 1 as we head towards 40 to go.
Yeah, really trying to get there and hope we get there in a short amount of time. Here comes Wood. Now he's going to get single file. Holding McGill there as well with Edwards. Top 6, 7, 8. Now everybody's starting to get single file. Bring the buff down to the inside of James Beard. They make a little contact. They're going to door bank going down the front stretch. Caution, maybe.
It's Matt Cherry. He's turned into the outside wall. Everyone else scatters and slams into him. Now Nick Sacco pulls away. Some more trucks now trying to get away from the accident. And here come the leaders overtaking the wreck off turn 4.
Yep, and that will bring out another ServPro caution. Looked like somebody got straight up jacked up. Right there when we backed it up, somebody got jacked up big time right there. Huck Wigginton 00. Was it up the road? Looking to see if maybe it was. Nope, Cherry just loses it. And then bam! Jordan Durasic just nails the 00. Huck Wigginton. Jordan Durasic out there in the chat, he was wanting to focus on the 6. Well, son, we just focused on him, and he just straight up nailed Huck Wigginton. Jacked the whole back end of his truck up. Riding on board once again with Cherry. Snaps loose, straightens it back out, hits the wall, and then comes down, hits the inside retaining wall, and then everybody else just drives through there and just nails it.
My goodness. Another look at it again from another angle. Remember also Buzzy Mongold got collected in the accident. Buzzy Mongold, the number 1. Also Joshua Rodriguez, Jordan Jurassic got a piece of it. The defending champion or the reigning champion of the NASCAR Cops Truck Series. Jordan Jurassic, and look at this now as Cherry, Wigginton, and everyone else just kind of holds on from there. Whew. And we move ahead. Or are we going to show it one more angle, I guess? I don't. On board with, yeah. Boy.
Not loving that. That is for sure. There you see Jurassic trying to scoot away. Cardenas still with the lead. Merck up here. Merck had a shot at him a couple of laps ago. We'll see if he can try to make it stick this time around and maybe try to go after Cardenas and get the lead and try to see if he can check out. We'll see what happens right there. There you see your top 5, Cardenas, Merck, Lothian, Wood, McGill. The top 5, Devin Painter, very, very quiet night for that number 99. He is up here inside the top 10 trying to mix it up. And Isaac Bevan, one of those drivers that we don't really talk about. Here's Bevan up there sitting in the 7th spot. Here we go, right back with the cattle auction voices. Here we go. Cardenas will lead them. Here comes Merck, Lothian, Wood, and McGill. I just had to try it one more time. Green flag in the air. And whoa, Merck spins the tires. That's going to open the door for Blake Lothian. Lothian's going to shoot down to the inside. Here comes McGill after Merck.
McGill and Matthew David Wood setting their sights on the Floridian of the 60 down to the inside, single file. Cardenas now leads him. Lothian and Merck now holding off the battle behind him as they work their way back to the line, heading to 1.
Yeah, Cardenas still holding it. There you see Painter, Bevan up here with Edwards. Edwards gets a big shot right there for Isaac Bevan. They're going to get into the fence. Painter almost sent Edwards up into the wall, and right below him comes Bobby Richards, and Edwards out of nowhere, hard right-hander, straight into the wall. Son, we ain't in a road course. Where are you going? Edwards hits the wall head on. I got a feeling he had to have some help.
Broke. Something either he had help or something broke on that truck. Watch this. Look at this. Just something broke. Look, bam. Oh, and by the way, Jacob, we know the new damage model for iRacing will allow you to blow tires.
Yes.
It lost it.
Jammed on the brake.
Look at the reaction on the steering wheel. And look at Cody Knott just weasel by up against the safer barrier to miss it. Wow.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things, jamming on the brakes and the back end just steps out on you, Wesley. I mean, you know, I've had that done numerous times here at Martinsville. I've had it done even at Bristol. You know, just tap on the brakes a little bit too much and jerks the back end around, and you could easily spin it around literally like just snapping a finger. I mean, it's just that quick. It's hard to try to straighten it back out, especially when you're gone that much. And, you know, I will give Edwards a little bit of credit. Granted, he ends up screwing himself, and he's going to probably be out of this race. But Edwards doing that actually saved the whole field, because 9 times out of 10, when you spin it like that, a lot of people want to just go ahead and just keep it going left, and then you end up cleaning out the rest of the field. At least he jerked it back to the right. He tried to save it, but he jerked it back to the right, hit the wall head on. He's the only one that gets involved in it. We'll see what happens now. Green flag back in the air. Cardenas with the lead. Lothian now, he's going to have to worry about Jeff Merck. They go side by side. Cardenas looking like he's the pace truck leading them going to the front.
Behind the leaders, it's Merck and Lothian. They're still side by side. Look at them door banging as MDW watches along, and now there's contact up the racetrack. Merck turns into Lothian's driver door. Jeff Merck's now spun up against the apex of the racetrack, and the caution will come out again. Come on, guys. This is starting to seem like they're wrecking like they're in the funny papers here.
Reckon like they in the funny papers. I haven't heard that one before. Richards way up the hill, way back there in the back. See what happens right here. Little bit of door banging. There you see Lothian all the way up against the wall. Nowhere else to go. And Wood drives in. Looks like I thought Wood might have got him. I think Merck just straight up loses it going into the corner. And I think he just lost it and came up and got into Lothian right there. At least that's what it looked like.
Caution out again. Watch this again. As I can't. Man, Lothian got pinched into the wall. I mean, let's be honest. I don't want to say that Jeff Merck's in the wrong here, but Jeff Merck was not giving Lothian no room. He wasn't giving Blake Lothian no room. Blake Lothian's trying to fight all he can to miss the 60 and the outside safer barrier. He was fighting for that outside lane. Merck wasn't going to give it. There's the end result of what happened from it.
Yeah, that's got to happen right there. I mean, you got to give and take a little bit. But honestly, Wesley, they haven't given take none. No. This race, it's been all take, no give here with these drivers here tonight. Cardenas may end up coming out smelling like a rose out of all this. So we'll see what happens with Cardenas, with Wood, McGill, Bevan, and LaBeouf now the top 5 as we're getting ready for another restart. Folks, we've lost count how many ServPro cautions there has been this evening, but like we said before, ServPro got the money's worth here this evening. So Cardenas up here on the front row. Wesley, I gotta ask you, who you picking here in this race?
The one that crosses the finish line first without crashing.
Short and sweet. I wouldn't.
Man, I don't know. I don't really know who's gonna win this thing. It's just. Oh, man, it's just, guys, I don't know. I'm going to go on the limb and say,
Cardenas. I'll take Cardenas. Like I said, folks, we have no idea how this sucker is going to end right here. We're hearing out there. Thank you, Thomas, for actually spoiling my pick. Says 15 ain't winning, so thank you very much, Thomas, for screwing that real quick up. As we see right now, Cardenas still got the lead. Let's see what happens right here. Cardenas still got the lead. Wood trying to fight back on the outside. Holden McGill trying to get that spot from Wood.
And we got another caution. We got Matt Cherry up against the outside wall as the DSR Electric Truck Series NASRA winner a few weeks ago at Darlington now crashes. Oh, boy. Who slammed into him? Oh, Brandon Broadfoot did it. California's Broadfoot. Oh, man.
Well, I mean, Broadfoot's got
to have to get ahead really quickly, guys. Y'all, it's 10:50. Can we fast forward quickly? Boy, oh boy, look at this. We're going to try to come back to the restart, guys. I'm going to stay with you as long as I can. I got another broadcast obligation at the top of the hour, but boy, oh boy, man. I've lost count on how many cautions we've had. I can't even keep up with it anymore, Jacob.
Yeah, it's hard for me to keep up with it at this point, but we'll see what we can do out of this. If you got to go, you know, you got to go. I mean, I understand, and I'm sure everybody else understands. So let's see what happens as Cardenas down on the bottom. You know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to try it anymore at this point. I
just prefer we skip going and fast forward and just go in click mode, please. Just go to click mode and drop to the green.
Yeah, just hit the click mode and just rock and roll with it at that point. Here we go. Cardenas, Wood, McGill, LaBeouf back up here in this mix with Stephen Thomas. Green flag is back in the air. Will they make it all the way or will they not? Here we go. Cardenas on the bottom. Wood up top. McGill and LaBeouf. There they go off turn 2.
And I just realized that it's actually 209 laps, so that goes to tell you right there we're going to have overtime racing. Cardenas and Wood now battling. Here comes Wood on the outside. He's stride for stride. They're door to door. Going at it with 25 to go. Look out. Brady LaBeouf's in trouble. So is Holden McGill.
Wow, LaBeouf sent it in there hard and got into the back of McGill and sent him around. He just overdrives the corner by a mile. Or did he have help from Stephen Thomas? We'll check it out. We'll see it right here on the instant replay. Wood and Cardenas, he did get help. Thomas sends LaBeouf straight into Holden McGill, sends them around, and then Cody Nod, ironically enough, the president and vice president of NASRA end up getting involved in that one, and there's Holden McGill. Doesn't look like it's going to be a good night for him, so we'll go ahead and skip all the way back to the restart and get that going right here. There we go.
20 to go, by the way. Premier Racing Setups, 20 to go.
Then if you want to flip that, I don't know if you got time to flip it, but here we go. Premier Racing Setups, you know where to go. PremierRacingSetups.com. Enter the code NASRA or Jake57. Get 15% off the entire order. You want to race the setups, the Redneck Announcer races, check them out. PremierRacingSetups.com. Cardenas leads over Isaac Bevan out of nowhere in the 27. Here they come off turn 2.
Down the back straightaway, we watch these guys thunder into the corner. Here comes now Johnson with Haney. That's side-by-side going on as they work their way down into the corner. Back to turn number 1, under 20 to go, and now Johnson gets a punt from Richards. They dirt track it. He saves the truck, and even though the caution comes out, Barney, you're a little premature on that one.
Very premature on that one, but hell of a save right here by Tiny Horse. Ryan Johnson did. Obviously, he had help from Richards, but was there help? Yeah, Richards sends it, saw there was a hole. It was not there, but dirt tracking it like you called it, Wesley, and saves it. And then Johnson kind of comes up and gives Richards a little love tap, lets him know he's not too happy with that. Now, we'll go ahead and fast forward to the restart. If we can, go ahead and get that fast forwarded and get it lined up. So here we go and get ready for that restart. There goes Cardenas. Wood right behind him. There's Bevan up here. Isaac Bevan could have a shot to try to win this thing here tonight. Wood down on the bottom. Cardenas still leads.
By the way, we're working lap number 197 when they come to the line. So we know that overtime's going to happen because overtime is showing 12 to go. There's going to be a caution before overtime, so set up for that. Right now, we're watching Cardenas lead the way, and there is another caution. And this is the one that set up overtime for us. We got overtime now coming up.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it looks like Keith Haney and the guy in front of him there. At the 3, yeah. Whoa.
That was Rivera.
Jose Luis Rivera, man, the 20. Fast forward. Let's go back to green. Overtime. Overtime number 1. Overtime.
Might have locked the brakes up and might have overshot the quarter. So here we see everybody fast forwarding it back
now we're
up.
going to overtime, people. So now we're going to overtime. Here we go. Back to green. This is overtime. Cardenas and Wood. MDW, remember, I said he was my wild dark horse to win this race. You picked Cardenas. I picked McGill. McGill already spun. We'll see what happens here now. We're wrecking again. There we go again. So there's your overtime number 2. Oh boy, guys. You know, and listen, I want to say something here. It's not the fact that Martinsville's a bad racetrack, Jacob Reeves. It's the fact of the way these guys are driving on Martinsville that makes this race be what it is right now. And that's what I think gets so frustrating, right? I mean, that's what makes it so frustrating is, guys, you're not going to win this race on the first lap unless there's something going on with the trucks. There's a new setup, racing in the daytime. I don't know, but it's just like, guys, there's a lot of ridiculous driving that I've seen out here tonight where patience is not being used, Jacob.
No, it absolutely is not. Here we go. We'll see what happens. Got it, a 3 to go, 2 to go. This should be the end of it. So we'll see what happens. Cardenas down on the bottom. Wood up top. Bevan right behind him. Can Cardenas hold on? Going into 3.
Here he comes side by side. That's Matthew David Wood. Cardenas watching on. It's also Evan. White flag in the air. Aaron's repair and shine. 1 to go. Final time into turn number 1. Will Cardenas win in turn 2 for the final lap?
Looks like he's going to have this sucker locked up. Dylan Cardenas dives down into 3 and 4. Gets the checkered flag. Dylan Cardenas will win here tonight at Martinsville as they crash behind him. Looked like Bevan might have got second over Matthew David Wood, but the night belonged to Dylan Cardenas. Wow. Bevan did get second, and MDW rounds out the top 3.
Well, Thomas, I don't know what you watched, but the 15 did win the race, and Jacob Reeves, your pick won. So
I had a feeling. So we'll go ahead and hit those results very, very quickly because Wesley's got to get ready for another iRacing broadcast. There you see Dylan Cardenas ends up winning. Isaac Bevan finished second. MDW finishes third. Jose Luis Rivera, Keith Haney, the top 5. Adam Newton, Tristan Bruce, Robbie Richards, Jeff Merton, Brandon Broadfoot, the top 10. Then Holden McGill, Brady LaBeouf, Raul Meza, Stephen Thomas, Shane Trotter, James Beard, Chris Blanchard, and Dustin Scruggs, the top 18.
Yeah, the rest of the finishing order will find the drivers of Buzzy Mongold, Cody Knott, top 20, by the way. Huck Wigginton, Brian Chu, Ryan Johnson, Blake Lothian, Matt Cherry, top 25. Tyler Daniels, Luke Smith. By the way, Tyler Daniels was the last truck on the lead lap in 26th position. Luke Smith, Kermit will finish 27th. Nick Sacco will finish 28th. Thomas Kohick, Jordan Durasic, defending series champion, struggles tonight. He'll finish in the top 30. Then it's Cummings, Rodriguez, Brandon New, Devin Painter, Kevin Edwards, top 35. Edwards was up in the front before he got wrecked out. Ed Osborne, Lucas Lyons, Matthew Montgomery, Matt Lee, Eric Zimmerman, Adam Newbert, Mark Morton, Kyle Hess, and Casey Mink. And again, guys, I'm glad it's over, Jacob. I mean, I just got to say it, dude. The way you drive out here, the way these guys drive out here is the reason why this race turned out to be what it was. I did a race on Sunday night, as a matter of fact, and there was conversations about, well, the drivers are raising hell saying, well, we need to pull Martinsville. We don't need to run Martinsville no more. You need to learn how to drive Martinsville. The outcome is what the outcome is because of the way that you drive. So, I mean, in my opinion, don't think about taking the race away because Martinsville's an historic, great racing facility, Jacob. The fact of the matter is there, whether it be there's implementations for short track racing, Jacob, where if you're involved in 3 cautions, you need to leave the server. Race director, keep a tally of it. Write it down. Write it down like a real race. Write it down on your book. You involved in an accident, you're involved 3 times or more, hey, you're going to the pits. If you don't want to leave, we're going to leave for you. We're going to boot you from the server, right, Jacob? I mean, you got to find a way to make the race be entertaining, but the way that some of these guys drove tonight, there was no patience. It was aggressiveness. It was just, not respecting your fellow Nazarene man beside you, Jacob. I got a feeling if you were on the racetrack tonight, you would probably be ticked off right now. There'd be a lot of beef if you were doing the door banging download if you ran that race.
I mean, no follow up to that. I mean, that took the words right out of my mouth, honestly. So, I mean, I agree with him on that. But, folks, thank you for watching the recorded version of the ServPro 200 here tonight at Martinsville. Real quick, want to thank all our great sponsors. Obviously, Glass Mechanic, TLC, Murph's Magical Creations, Starbase 1552 Comics, all the sponsors, DSR Electric, Blanchard's Towing, obviously C.O.P.S, ServPro for everything that they do. Shout out to you, the fans, for keeping tabs with us here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, the drivers for everything that they do. Obviously, Bray LaBeouf, Cody Dodd for letting us do our thing 5 nights a week. It's going to be a good one next week.
Coming soon. Coming soon. 5 nights a week.
Yeah, coming soon. Coming soon, 5 nights a week. For the Australia, Dean Hopton Bengals, and also for Smithfield, North Carolina's own Wesley Outland. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Said, as always, say, be safe, be kind, be fast. And, folks, it's going to get a hell of a lot better next week. We're going to my neck of the woods, Talladega Super Speedway, this Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network.
Talladega. Sorry.